I'm Len Abrams, the founder of the Straight Razor Place, and I have an amazing opportunity today to be able to visit Maestro Levy's shop here in Perugia. I had the opportunity over the weekend in Scaparia to go see the knife show and watch the maestro demonstrate making a straight razor. Today we get to go in and see the shop and get to see him make a Damascus barber scissors. And it's just a tremendous pleasure for me to be here and get to meet the maestro and get to see the maestro work. Here we are inside the maestro shop and store, and this is indescribably beautiful. Here you can see all of the beautiful creations that the maestro has made. We have knives and Damascus knives and folding knives and cutlery. It's just amazing and it's beautiful, and we have barber tools and scissors. This is just an incredible place, and behind us we have the actual maestro's workshop where he'll be making the scissors today. As I said, today we're going to be making a Damascus barber scissors, and the maestro starts with the raw material, and the Damascus for this material is a blue tonge, and this will be the stock that he'll start from, and what we'll end up with is this beautiful Damascus barber scissors. The maestro has cut out forms for the scissors, and what he has done is put those on to the stock itself. So at this point, he is actually tracing the forms of the scissors, and from this tracing on the stock, he'll then move to actually cut out the start of the scissors. Maestro Levy has cut the scissors with the saw up to this point, okay? And so next, he will take the grinder and he will take all the rough spots away and smooth out all the edges on here and prepare it so that he can start on the finishing process. The grinding process has now been done, and the maestro cools off the piece of the scissors. And now on to the next step. The maestro now is going to take the scissors and he's going to put it into the tempering oven. And for the tempering oven, this heats up to 1200 degrees centigrade. And what he's doing is condensing the particles of the metal as part of this process. While the oven is heating up, Maestro Levy is now going to drill the holes into the scissors for the fingers and for the The maestro is now going to punch some guide holes for both the fingers and for the pivot screw. And now we're actually going to do the drilling of the holes for the fingers at this point. After the maestro drilled the horizontal hole into the finger holes of the razor, he then did a diagonal drill, which made the hole more manageable, so that the finger will come in and out and be able to maneuver in and out of it easier, so hence the diagonal drill. The maestro is now going to punch the place where he will be drilling the pivot hole for the scissors. Maestro Levi is now going to drill and widen the hole for the screw and the head of the screw. Maestro Levi is now going to cut the thickness of the blade. So he has marked the blade, and then he will section off the actual thickness of it. blade, the Maestro has set the plane of the razor and has rounded off the edges and done some of the rounding off of the finger holes and the finger rest as well. So he sets the first stages of that grinding process. The Maestro has prepared the screw hole, and as you can tell, the seat for the screw hole is rounded. The screw itself actually has a squared end to it here, so the Maestro will file the squared part round so that it will fit into the seat. Now the scissors is almost ready for the heat treatment, and the Maestro has done all the grinding to the scissors, and now he will assemble them with the screw, and he had filed out the holes, and now he'll assemble it with the screw and put it together. And basically, other than the final polishing and sharpening, the razor needs to be ready and completed before it goes in for the heat treatment. The Maestro is now working on the water grinder, and what he's doing is preparing the edge of the blade to cut. So the scissors will not cut properly if the blade is totally straight all the way across. So in essence, he almost, as he grinds this, the grind is more almost the shape of a propeller so that he gets a constant cut across the face of the scissors. On the water grinder now, what the Maestro is doing is the final finishing and the final shaping of the scissors. And so he rounds where it needs to be so that the shape is perfect. This also puts a mirror finish on the blade as he goes through this final grinding process. There you have it. Now you have the final shape of the razor from the grinding process. The Maestro is now polishing the inside of the finger holds of the scissors, and this is a special technique that he developed where you don't use a Dremel tool or anything like that. He has got a fine grit sandpaper belt, and he runs it through the machine. In preparation for the tempering process, when the scissors goes into the oven, the Maestro has placed a spacer in between, and as you can tell, the two blades do not touch, so that when they're in the oven they will not melt together as the metal is still soft. Now we're ready for the tempering, and the Maestro has the scissors and he's going to go put it into the temper, which was at 1200 degrees centigrade. He's going to leave it in there approximately 10 minutes for the temper, and then he's going to bring it out and put it into the oil bath and into the water bath. Now the maestro takes the scissors out of the temper and we'll put them into the oil bath. And into the water bath.
Faccio 2-3 ingressi, tanto che l'olio non brucia.
All right, now the maestro has tempered the scissors and he's dipped it in both the oil bath and in the water bath, and now he cools it and he covers the pan that it cools in so that it cools slowly and not very quickly.
In questo momento la forbice è presente con questo colore nero perché è la scoria del forno. La forbice ha già subito il trattamento termico ed è pronta per essere molata, lucidata.
Now that the tempering process has been completed, the maestro has gone to the whetstone and he is grinding off the dark residue that's left over from the tempering process, and he does this before he begins the polishing process. Now the maestro has begun the polishing process, and as you can tell, the blade becomes very shiny at this point on the scissors, and really it becomes quite beautiful. The scissors are now completed and they are being immersed in the sulfuric acid to bring out the Damascus pattern in the steel. In this sulfuric acid as well, the edge of the razor has been taped so that no damage is done to the portion of the razor that will actually be doing the cutting. The scissors now are almost complete, and the one thing that remains to be done before we dip it into the acid bath is to put a rubber piece in here that dampens the sound that you hear when the rubber closes. So the maestro actually will place a seat in here so that he can put that piece of rubber so that you won't be able to hear the sound as the razor closes.
Questo gommino ha la funzione di silenziatore, come sentite da questo rumore che fa metallo e metallo. Il gommino deve isolare questo rumore. Ecco. La forbice per capelli in acciaio damasco, disegno Blue Tonge, iniziata questa mattina, sono le 17:30, è terminata. Taglia l'abbiamo provata, è perfetta. Nella mia parrocchia, nella chiesa dove io immancabilmente ogni domenica vengo qui con la mia famiglia, qui in questo luogo si conclude l'incontro con il signor Lynn Abrams, che è la persona che mi rappresenta negli Stati Uniti. Speriamo sia presto il prossimo incontro. Di nuovo lo ringrazio e a risentirci prossimamente.
I just want to say thank you very much to the maestro for his hospitality, for taking me to Scaparina, to watch him be able to make a straight razor, to come to his laboratory and see him make beautiful scissors. The maestro at work is a complete artist, and my gratitude and my wife Kathleen's gratitude for the maestro to share his family and his skill in art with us is beyond compare. We are extremely grateful, and we say thank you.